Happy day, my dear kids. Today we are going to see time chapter. The topic is conversion of hours to days and calculating the total number of days between the given months. Children, we use different units of time based on the length of duration. So, what are the different units of time? We use seconds for short durations and hours or days for long duration. So when we have to use seconds for short duration, when we have to use hours or days for long duration. So these are the two important concepts which we have to use in time chapter. Okay, already we have seen operations with time of addition and subtraction. Today we are going to see multiplying time. Look at here. We are going to do operation with multiplication using time. Maya attends violin class for 1 hour and 15 minutes per day. How much time does she spend if she attends violin class for 6 days in a week? To find the total time, multiply the units separately by 6. So what we have to do here, Maya attended violin class for 1 hour 15 minutes. She attended violin class for 6 days in a week. So totally how many hours and minutes for total number of 6 days? Okay, so for that we have to multiply 6 days with 1 hour and 15 minutes. How to multiply hours and minutes? 1 hour and 15 minutes should be written separately, and we have to multiply 1 hour 15 minutes with 6 days, right? So we have to multiply 6 days with hours separately and minutes separately. First I multiply the value of minute 15 minutes into 6. So 15 into 6 are 90, which means 5 6 are 30. So from 30 we have to write only 0, remaining is 3. 1 6 are 6, 6 plus 3 9, so 90. 15 6 are 90. Next we have to multiply 1 hour with 6 days. 1 into 6, 6. So totally how many hours we got after multiplication? 6 hours and 90 minutes. Convert 90 minutes into hours and minutes, because 90 minutes have 1 hour. If we have 90 minutes, we have to take away 60 minutes. Take away means subtraction. We have to take away 60 minutes to get an hour. Okay, 90 minus 60 is 30. So if you take away 60 minutes from 90 minutes, then we will get 30 minutes. Here this 60 should be taken as 1 hour, because 60 minutes is equal to 1 hour. Okay, so 90 minutes can be written in the form of hours and minutes as 1 hour and 30 minutes. Now already we have 6 hours after multiplication, so we have to add this 1 hour 30 minutes with 6 hours. So we have to add it, 6 hours plus 1 hour 30 minutes. After adding 6 and 1 hours together, 7 hours. 6 plus 1 is 7, 7 hours, and remaining minutes is 30 minutes. Therefore, Maya spends 7 hours and 30 minutes in total in violin class. Operations with time, dividing time. We are going to divide the time by using the division operations. Raju reads a book in 56 hours. If he spent 4 hours a day reading the book, how many days did he take to finish the book? So what is given here? Raju reads a book in 56 hours. If he spent 4 hours a day, per day if he takes 4 hours to read the book, how many days he will read the book? So how to find it? We have to divide 56 hours by 4, because per day he takes only 4 hours to read the book. Here 56 is the dividend and 4 is the divisor. Here single digit is there, so we have to consider single digit in the dividend also. Okay, so 4. Here 5. How many times we will get 4 in 5? 1 times. 1 4s are 4. If we consider for 2 times, 4 2s are 8. 8 is greater than 5. So we should not take 2 times. We have to take only 1 time. 1 4s are 4. Now we have to subtract this. 5 minus 4 is 1. After 5 we have the number in dividend as 6. So we have to bring down 6. Now how many times we will get 16 from 4th table? 4 4s are 16. 4 4s are 16. If you take 5 times, 5 4s are 20. So 20 is greater than 16. So we should not take for 5 times. We have to take it for 4 times. 4 4s are 16. We have to subtract these two. 16 minus 16 is 0. 14 is questioned. 14 is considered as number of days and remainder 0. 0 is considered as hours. If Raina also read the book in 56 hours but spent 5 hours a day reading the book, how long did she take to finish the book? As we have seen in previous problem, Raina also read book in 56 hours but she take 5 hours per day. So we have to divide 56 by 5. Okay, here 11 represents number of days and 1 represents hour. Okay, Raina took 11 days and 1 hour to finish the book. Next we are going to see the concept of calendar. This is the calendar, right? You all know how to calculate the number of days by using the calendar given. Number of days from April 24 to April 30. From April 24 means we have to include 24, and to April 30 means we have to include the date 30 also. Like 24 is also included, 30 is also included for counting the number of days. From April 24 means from 24. So 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. How many days are there between 24 and 30? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 days from April 24 to April 30. Number of days from May 1 to May 31. May 1 to May 31, how many days? It starts from 1 and ends with 31. So we can obviously say from May 1 to May 31, 31 days are there. 1 to 31 is 31. So if we count by using the calendar 1, 2, 3, 4, likewise we count up to 31, right? So total number of days in May are 31. Number of days from June 1 to June 21 is, we have to calculate from June 1 to June 21. So let me start counting in the calendar. Include 1 and 21 also. 1, 2, 3, likewise we count up to 21, right? So how many days are there from June 1 to June 21? 21 days. Why we are calculating from April, May and June? Because the problem given is we have to find total number of days from April 24 to June 21. From April 24 to June 21 we cannot count total number of days together. So I separated the months which is given from April to June. From April to June how many months are there? May and June, 3 months are there. So I calculated total number of days separately for each month. Then I consolidated all the months together and count the total number of days. So from April 24, how many days are there in April month? 7 days. After April, May is there. So May 1 to May 31, 31 days. Then June 1 to June 21, 21 days. So if we count all these days together, then we will get total number of days from April 24 to June 21. Hope you all understood. So if you add all these 3 values, what will we get it as answer? 31 plus 21 is 52. 52 plus 7, 59. Therefore, total number of days are 59 to complete the cricket series. Problem. Calculating the duration between two dates will also help in planning activities. Varsha is planning a vacation for 25 days. How many days is she planning? 25 days. If she starts on September 13, on which date will she return? So we have to find which date she will return if she started her vacation on September 13. Let me see the calendar. On September 13, she started her vacation. From 13 to September 30, how many days are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We get total number of days as 18 days. But we need 25 days, right? So if you subtract 18 from 25, then what will we get it as answer? 7. So 25 minus 18 is 7. So we have to take the next month also after September. After September, what month will come? October. So in October, we have to take 7 days to take vacation. From October 1 to October 7, she has to take vacation. Alright? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So she will be back from vacation on October 7. So what is the exact date when she returned? Varsha returns from vacation on October 7. Shreya's art course began on January 5 and ends on June 17. Let me see what are the months included between January and June. So January, February, March, April, May and June. So let me count from January. Begin on January means from January 5 we have to start count the number of days, total number of days. In January 31 days are there. From 5 to 31 how many days? 5 to 31. Total number of days are 27 days are there. Next from February. In February we have two different dates. In February, if the year is non-leap year means February has only 28 days. Non-leap year means if February is a leap year, then it takes 29 days. So this is non-leap year. 28 days means non-leap year and 29 days means leap year. Here we are considering non-leap year calendar. So non-leap year calendar means from February 1 to 28, totally 28 days are there. Okay, now in March, how many days are there? From 1 to 31. So totally 31 days. In April, 30 days. In May, 31 days. In June, here we have to end up to June 17. So from June 1 to June 17, after adding all these values, we will get total number of days as 164. Therefore, Shreya's art course was for 164 days. So in this way, we have to count total number of days between the given months. If the given month also includes February, then we have to consider the non-leap year and leap year. If the given year is a leap year, then we have to take 29 days. If the given year is not a leap year, non-leap year means, then we have to take 28 days only. After adding all these values, we will get total number of days as 164. Therefore, Shreya's art course was for 164 days. So in this way, we have to count total number of days between the given months. If the given month also includes February, then we have to consider the non-leap year and leap year. Children, Already we have seen how to convert number of hours and minutes to minutes. From hour to minute, we have to multiply, as I said. If you are moving from bigger unit to smaller unit, we have to multiply it, right? So 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes, as I said already. So here how many hours are there? 3 hours. So 3 hours into 60 minutes. 3 hours into 60 minutes is equal to 180 minutes. And here 51 minutes are there. So we have to add 51 together. 51 minutes. If we add these two values, then we will get total number of minutes as 231 minutes. So in this way we have to convert hour and minutes as minutes. In this way you have to do all the remaining problems by yourself, children. Most important concept in addition and multiplication is addition and multiplication results are always higher than the numbers added or multiplied. What it is given here, if we do addition or multiplication, we will get the answer, right? So that answer is always higher than the addition of two numbers or the multiplication of two numbers. Okay, or we can take any number of values for addition or multiplication, but the answer should be greater than all the numbers that we have taken. Hope you all understood the concept. Before doing your homework problems, watch the video completely, then do it. Thank you, my dear kids.